With Russia's military offensive in Ukraine showing no signs of abating, Western leaders are once again ramping up efforts to initiate peace talks between the two sides to help end the conflict. Now, in the latest, French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Olaf Scholz held a three-way telephone conversation with Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, urging the leader to hold direct and serious negotiations with his Ukrainian counterpart, Volodymyr Zelensky. The call came as Russia's onslaught on Ukraine's Donbas region continues to intensify. During the 80-minute-long conversation, the two leaders insisted on an immediate ceasefire and a withdrawal of Russian troops from Ukrainian territories. Now, Macron and Scholz have urged the Russian president to free 2,500 Ukrainian fighters who were reportedly taken as prisoners of war from the Azovstal steel works after Mariupol fell in the hands of Moscow. The 80-minute-long conversation has definitely not a one-way thing. According to reports, Putin has also issued stern warning to Macron and Scholz, saying that Western nations should stop supplying weapons to Ukraine as this is very dangerous and can risk further destabilization of the situation. A Kremlin readout of the three-way call said that the Russian leader affirmed the openness of the Russian side to the resumption of dialogue without mentioning the possibility of direct talks with Zelensky. Several talks between Russian and Ukrainian delegations have been held both in person and virtually since the Russian invasion, but have recently ground to a halt following back-to-back renewed attacks on Ukrainian cities. Kiev has accused Moscow of committing war crimes by targeting civilians, which Kremlin has repeatedly denied. Russia's army, meanwhile, has now claimed that it now controls the strategic town of Liman in eastern Ukraine. Liman is a town of 20,000 people. It lies on the road to Severodonetsk and Kramatorsk, two of the key cities in Donbas region, which is not yet under Kremlin's control. Russian troops have intensified attacks on eastern Ukraine since the last few weeks after failed attempts in capturing the key cities of Kiev and Kharkiv. The current fighting mainly focuses on key regions of Severodonetsk and nearby Lysychansk. Russia has claimed that it has completely encircled Severodonetsk, but a Ukrainian official has denied Moscow's claim that Severodonetsk had been surrounded, saying government troops had repelled Russian forces from the outskirts of the key city. Now, as fighting continues in the region, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has called the situation in Donbas extremely difficult. Listen in.
Ситуація дуже складна, особливо в тих районах на Донбасі і на Харківщині, де російська армія намагається вичавити хоча б якийсь результат для себе. Ключові напрямки боротьби на фронті – це, як і раніше, Сєвєродонецьк, Лисичанськ, Бахмут, Попасна та інші міста, на яких зосереджений російський наступ. Але наша оборона тримається. Там невимовно складно. І я вдячний усім, хто витримує цей натиск окупантів.
Meanwhile, Russian forces claim to have successfully tested a new hypersonic missile on Saturday. The Zircon missile, which was first tested in late 2020, was fired from a frigate in the Barents Sea for a demonstrative test. The Zircon can reach speeds of up to 10 times the speed of sound and flies at a low altitude, making it more difficult to intercept. The development comes as reports now suggest that Washington is leaning towards sending long-range rocket missile launcher systems as part of a larger package of military and security assistance to Kiev.